So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode. And your eyes aren't mistaken, this is a brand new island that's been added to the experimental mode on Subnautica. I think it's been here for a couple of days, but it's fair to say it looks pretty cool, and it's nice to have a new little landform on Subnautica. As you can see, there's birds been added here, and there's little crabfish things. So that's pretty cool. So let's go take a quick look around, see what we've got going on here. So there's loot now. Ooh, I'm stuck. So you got lithium and some gold there. I wonder where this takes us. Let's have a look up here. Some more lithium. Oh, so there's a little cave in here. Right, can I jump in? There we go. Oh, nice. Look at this. This is awesome. Let's go up this way. Looks like you can go right through this thing, and you can hear the wind as well. That's pretty cool. Adds to the atmosphere of being on a little tropical island. The wind blowing. There goes the sky ray. So it looks like this is the highest you can go. But what I might try, now that they've added the new model for it, is the terraformer. As you can see, they've added a brand new model, which looks pretty cool. It's better than that thing that looks like a hairdryer. So let's see if I can carve my way a little path around the mountain, perhaps. I don't know if this is going to go well or not, but we can try. See if we can get to the very top, because that would be cool. There we go. We're getting there slowly. It's the handy thing about the terraformer, you can get to places where normally you wouldn't be able to get to. Can I get up here? No. So if I make that a little bit lower. Ooh. I'm nearly there. I just want to see what the view looks like from the very top of this thing. To me, it seems like the terraform's a lot smoother now. Like, I remember when I used to use it, the floor was very uneven, but currently it seems to be quite smooth, so that's pretty cool. I think I'm reaching the top here, because it's getting smaller and smaller as I dig. Uh-oh, what have I done? Hold on, let me try this. Okay, so that might do for now. I don't know how. Okay, so there is quite a bit of a way to go, but I think I'll call it a day with that there. I'm pretty high up. See all my stuff down there. Ooh, I'm falling. Well, that went well. Hello, bird. I don't think they have a purpose yet. I don't think you can interact with them or anything just yet, but maybe they'll have a use in a future update, but currently I don't think you can do anything. Maybe if I grab this guy. No. So it kind of looked like they added like a roosting animation for the bird there. They settle onto the ground, which is pretty cool. So I'm just gonna have a quick walk around. I want to show you some stuff with the Sea Moth, because that's probably going to be the main part of this episode, is because there's been quite a lot more added to the Sea Moth upgrades. So I'll get onto that in a second, but just looking at this island, it looks very nice. Looks slightly different style to the other one, but either way it looks nice. Ooh, forgot about them guys. Maybe I should add just for this, so I don't die. Add no damage. So there's another cave going on here. Oh, awesome. Look at this. Semi-flooded. Can you get out from here? Oh, nice. This looks cool. I'm gonna build a base in here. Look at that. That's awesome. You got like fish in here and stuff, and plant life that I've never seen before. Some more gold there. So that's some magnetite, that's the one. I forgot the name of it then. Oh dear, we have biters. Let's make a move. I need to put the oxygen sheet on as well. Sorry. It's just so I can show you guys, really, without drowning. Oh, this is awesome, man. They've added so much to this game recently. Like, a ton of stuff. So this, to me, it looks like it goes like quite deep underground, this cave system. I'm intrigued to know if there's a way to get out into the ocean and have like an entry point, maybe. A lot of ambient sounds going on in the background as well, so it makes you feel like you're really there, hearing all these cool sounds. Is this the deepest I can go? Perhaps? Oh, what's down here? Oh, there's more. Ah, cool, so this looks like an exit. And it is. That's awesome. So I think if I ever build a new base, this will be the spot that I do it, to be fair, because I'm liking this little area. And I've also just noticed on the HUD there, can you see if I select each item, it shows you what item you've got equipped. So the rest are black and white, and the one you've got equipped is coloured. So that's pretty cool. You can see what's going on a bit easier on your HUD there. And for the Sea Moth, I'm sure that they've added a similar little thing to this. So first of all, I'll show you. They've added the final sort of texture to this upgrade panel, so it's an actual flap now, as I expected it would be. And you have a little diagram of the Sea Moth there, as well as a few new additions to the upgrades for the Sea Moth. So I'm going to take you through these now. So the first one is the Sonar module, which I will jump into my Sea Moth now and show you. This is pretty cool. This is going to be really handy. I'm just going to go down a bit deeper so you can get the full sort of view of what this does. So originally when they added the Sea Moth upgrades, to use them you'd use your number keys, but now they've they simply so if I press 1, that'll select that item now, or 2, 3 or 4, and to use the item you would then simply click on your left mouse button to use that item. I don't know what's happening there. Oh yes, I do. There we go. Okay, so I'd activated the one that I didn't want to activate, but as you saw there, that's the sonar working there. So it gives you a kind of visual sort of layer, I guess, over the terrain, so you can see In the dark you can see I can't really see over there, but using the sonar it kind of gives you a clear view of the terrain there. So that's a pretty handy feature, maybe if you're sort of trying to explore in the dark maybe, or you're looking for a cave entrance. This will probably point out there's a lot easier to you. So maybe if I try and find that cave system there, you can see through the wall that there is a cave system in there. So it highlights all the walls, so it's going to help a player to discover where the entrance of a cave is that they may not have knew existed. So for exploring, that is priceless. It's going to give you a better idea of what the terrain has hidden, and also makes it easier to see what's going on at night time. So the next one is, let me just deactivate that for a second, jump out. This is the Sea Moth fragment sensor. So what this is pretty obviously going to do is detect fragments that are lying around the ocean bed and possibly place them on your screen. Currently it's not really working to what I assume it will work like. It drains energy pretty quick. When I used it the first time, it showed on the left-hand side of the screen rather, that it was detecting every single fragment in the ocean, which I don't think that will be the case in the final version, because it didn't actually show me where any of them were. So I'm looking forward to seeing that implemented though, because sometimes it can be quite tricky to find certain fragments. So it just gives you that little bit of help to find them. So if you're struggling, that's a good way to detect them. So I'm just going to go back to my moon pool a second, just quickly charge my Sea Moth, just to show you a few of the other remaining upgrades. So the next one is an electrical defense system. So if I just get out my Sea Moth again for a second, show you that. And there it is, Sea Moth electrical defense. Trigger to activate a spherical electrical area effect around your Sea Moth for the cost of 10 energy. So when I used this earlier, you basically press 4 to select it, or whichever slot you've got it equipped in, and you simply left click to use the items. So I should have mentioned that with the others as well. Before it was just pressing the slot keys, but now you have to actually use the left trigger once you've selected the item that you want to use. So in my case, press 4 to select this one, and then press the left key to use it. So with this one as well, you can either just click and use a quick burst, but once it's recharged, I'll show you the other bit of that, because I think you can charge attack that one to use maybe a stronger attack. So whilst that's charging, I'll just quickly jump over to the fabricator, and you can see now that they've actually added all the individual images here for every upgrade. So obviously the Sea Moth depth module, the solar charging one, which I'll probably try again on this episode because it didn't work last time, so we'll give that a go. You got the storage unit, the electrical defense, which I'll show you properly in a second, the Sea Moth torpedo module, the sensor, the sonar module that I showed you a minute ago, and then you have Sea Moth metal sensors, lithium sensors, and the fragment sensors. So I'd assume these three here are going to all work in the same way. So I'll test them later on. But first, I will just take out a couple of these that I've already used. So I'll leave it as that for now, and I will try this solar charging module. Actually, I think I've already got one of those in my inventory, so yeah. Okay, so let's just jump back on my Sea Moth for a bit. Okay, So you got this one, and if I hold the left mouse button down, you can see that the upgrade, sorry, is sort of, you can charge it up by the looks of it. I tried it on this guy down here before, but it didn't seem to really do much. I'll try it again. So I assume what it'll do is incapacitate an enemy for a short amount of time when that's used on him. See, it doesn't really seem to do much. If anything, it seemed to aggravate him a little bit more, so I don't know. I guess that's being worked on currently, but either way, that's cool. It's like a nice way to defend your Sea Moth. Maybe if a Reaper grabs you, you know, you could charge that up and zap him and he'll let you go. So I can't wait to see what the final results for that one will be. So I just noticed as well that the solar charging unit is actually working already. So when I hold down this power up to use it, you can see that the energy pretty much charges up straight away. Has like almost no delay, which is pretty cool. I assume that might be tweaked a little bit because it does seem quite overpowered. That it seems really quick. I'm not complaining, you know. It means you technically get like an unlimited power supply, but I can imagine that will be tweaked to be not as overpowered. I think one of the last ones I'm going to show you is, well, last episode I showed you the torpedo module, which is a pretty cool weapon that's been attached to the Sea Moth. If I can find that fish I was bullying before, you can see the animation for that has been greatly improved, and it seems a lot more fluid now. See that it actually drags the Sea Moth in a little bit there as well if you get too close. So I don't think it damages you though, which is good. So I'm gonna be brave here and spawn in a Reaper Leviathan and see maybe what kind of effect we can expect for those to have on the Reaper. So let's give that a go, shall we? If he doesn't kill me, oh dear. Right, let's go in for the kill. Oh, it was a headshot. Okay, so going on that, it has a slight effect, but not too much. It kind of dragged him towards it, but he escaped pretty quickly, so I don't think these torpedoes are going to have much effect on this guy, to be honest. Maybe it'll just give you enough chance to escape if he's attacking you. But nonetheless, that's pretty cool. It's a nice little weapon. It'll look smart. And I wonder if they're going to actually add more weapons and stuff to the Sea Moth. Like, weapons that actually do damage, maybe. Rather than, you know, sort of deterrence. But we'll see. Okay, so I think he's grabbed me here. I think. I can't move anyway, okay. Okay, I've lost him. So what I want to try is that using this electrical defense thing, so I want to try and let him grab me. But I've got a feeling he's going to sneak up on me real soon. Okay, maybe it's best to just spawn another one. Oh no! Not another bug. There's a bug with that. Maybe I can get back in. I can't. Right, okay. Let me just see if he'll grab me again. Come on, Reaper. Do your worst. Come on. So, whenever you don't want a Reaper to bite you, he does. There we go. Right, okay. So I'm charging it. I've used it. and it's not stopped him, and he's brought his friend. Ah! Okay, maybe that will work one day, but currently it's not. Okay, now they just won't leave me alone. Okay, I've also noticed on the sort of glass of the Sea Moth, you get a bit of a reflection now on the glass. So that's pretty cool. Nice little effect there on the glass. But what I'm going to do now is, if I can, get away from these guys because they are ripping me to shreds. I want to go to the floating islands biome because I think they've done a few updates there. So I think it's the islands biome. It is. Okay, so you can see already the sky rays have been added now. They weren't originally on this island. They only originally were on the newer island. But they've been added, and you can see them all flying around there. And I'm just going to sort of have a look around, see if they actually do a bit more than fly around. Maybe if they roost on this island, I'll have a look. Okay, so I'm going to try free cam and see if I can get up high here on this mountain with them. I have a feeling that they might be roosting on the top here, so we'll have a look. I think as well with the sky rays, the sound effects, originally it was just a constant volume level wherever you were. If you're underwater, they sounded the same, but I think they've tweaked that so the closer you get to the sky rays now, the louder they sound. And if you go underwater, I think there's like a slight muffle now added to the sound effects of the bird's call. So that's pretty cool. I like where they're going with these updates, and they are rolling out really quick at the moment, fair to say. So I'll be keeping an eye on the check-ins quite a lot because I know they've been adding a ton of stuff to the game. Sometimes it's hard to keep up with how much they're adding, but I try my best to cover as much as I can. But that is everything I've got to show you today. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and until next time guys, take it easy.